Welcome back, everyone, to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. I'm your host, as always, LitecoinLeader, trying to square myself up in the frame and also take a look at some of the new items that popped up in the background. But today, I'm driving around town, taking advantage of the beautiful weather, going to different locations and sites to add a little bit more diversity to, rather than just me sitting in front of my screen and reading stories and whatnot. But what I want to do is I'm going to be talking a lot of this week about different stories. Lots to comment about, but this particular story that I was able to share with, I want to share with you, is about sports and about NFTs. So this is and I'll give my thoughts on this story after I go over. But I read recently that the NBA and familiar with those, like if you're not familiar with, but NBA and Top Shot, which was an app created by Dapper, those NFTs got huge. They were huge for the NBA, got a lot of marketplace, a lot of money that they raised. But now the NBA, in probably working with Dapper again, is going to be, I think they are working with Dapper on this one. That was another story I was looking at. But NBA is looking at auctioning off some VIP NFTs. And it's a 5-year VIP access. And what they're doing, I think it started this week. And they give out some hints as to how to get some, or the NBA All-Star Game and whatnot. But the bottom line is they're giving out 30 NFTs. One per day, one per team. It's a 7-day auction. I believe it starts this week, and you get access, like pretty much a VIP access to pretty much whichever team you would be local to if you buy that team, buy that NFT. It's one per team. You get game tickets. You go to the All-Star Game, All-Star event, the entire All-Star weekend. You get the tour of that team's facility. You get access to physical and virtual events. Get some merchandise, and it lasts for 5 years. So it's obviously going to have a lot of value. So again, back to NBA Top Shots. The NBA learned quickly how much money that could raise for them. Since NBA Top Shot started, which was less than 2 years ago, there's been over $900 million of revenue so far just for that NFT activity. So you can only imagine that how much revenue that looks like. That's almost on the borderline of television revenue. $900 million. It's almost $1 billion. $1 billion is a ton of extra revenue that they did not anticipate 2 years ago because they weren't in NFTs. So now they're making all this money in NFTs. But let me just talk about this story and what my take on it is. I think this is another example where people are going to discover that NFTs so far have been backwards, and the reason I call it that is that there was an emphasis on the art and collecting the art, and then hoping that the value would follow because people would just collect the art. So that works great for major artists like Beeples and other people like that. I don't know a whole lot of artists beyond that, but if you get to a major project like the Secret Pineapple Society or CryptoPunks, you name it. Just name, like, there's major ones that are out there, and they're collections. They're either by major artists, or they get someone major invested in them, and that's how NFTs are getting money. They get a celebrity endorsement or a celebrity to purchase them, and then all of a sudden that has value. But that, to me, that's kind of backwards. So you're making the art, and sometimes the art, in the case of CryptoPunks, is or even doodles, the art is negligible. I mean, the art really isn't like that. It's not crushing you as how awesome this art is. It's really just like, why is this 8-pixel image that looks like it came out of off of a Nintendo 64 or an Atari 2600? Why are these pixelated NFTs worth 50 to 100 ETH? That makes no sense whatsoever. So I think that right now, and most people are missing the point that a lot of NFTs, some say 70%, some say 90%, some say more. A lot of these projects don't go anywhere. These projects get launched. I'll tell you right now that I haven't accepted any of these endorsements, and I'm probably not going to, but I get emails, a couple emails a month about like, hey, we're launching this NFT project. We'll pay you $1,000 to run this 20-second commercial in front of your show. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to sell my credibility at that price. I think that's misguided usage of a channel that I've spent a lot of time and energy to create. But I think that all these things are kind of hinting towards me that we may be at the top of a popping bubble, When a lot of people were asking casually, how do I get into NFTs? How do I create, not just how do I get an NFT or how do I get into NFTs? Some people are saying, how do I create an NFT? How do I get in on this, like where everybody's making money? Well, we hear about the projects that are successful. We don't hear about most of the projects that aren't. And what I'm hearing or what I'm reading as I dig in further is that the vast majority of NFTs don't make any money. So unless you have an influencer or a team, like pick a project that they push forward NFTs. Okay, that's great. What is the value? Why does the NFT have value? That's the question I ask. If it's mostly based on perception that, oh, these are cool or these are going to be worth value or people are going to want to collect these, that is a bit speculative to me. I would probably pass. But what's going to happen that I'm seeing, and that's where I'm going full circle with this story here, the NBA has figured out where the value is. And the value is you have like the VIP package, you have tickets to All-Star games, you're selling things that have value, a tour of a facility, an All-Star weekend, merchandise, tickets, all these things have value. So by basically making a glorified package of merchandise and tickets that's ownable and resellable in an NFT format, that's what they've really done with this VIP pass. Now, odds are to be worth a little bit more than just the sum of its parts, because again, NFT has a bit of a premium right now, but this is where I think NFTs are heading. They're going to take real value assets and digitize them and make them easier to trade and sell. So it'd be one thing, like, you know, if you went and bought a Super Bowl ticket, that'd be one thing. But if you actually have a Super Bowl ticket that's an NFT, it's easier to prove that it's not a counterfeit. It's easier to move around, easier to sell into a marketplace. Then that's going to have value. So I think that's where we're heading with NFTs. I think that the NFT marketplace is going to be, rather than having the art lead the value, or having art go out there and hoping that the value catches up, I think that we may be seeing the opposite soon, which would be that we're going to be providing intrinsic value to certain assets, and then the art is going to be secondary. So I think that's a lot where we're heading with NFTs right now. But what are your thoughts? Leave a comment below, #NFT. What are your thoughts about NFTs going forward? Are they going to be worth anything? Are they going to be, are we looking at are we in a bubble for just NFTs, or are we just at the tip of the iceberg? So, lots said today. I'm about to roll up on my next location, so I'm going to close the drawer on the bureau, say follow the leader, and I'll see you next time. Take care.